Well, hello, Young and the Restless Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Thursday, August the 25th, 2022. Thursday, August 25th, 2022. Today's episode was an interesting episode. I'm gonna cut to the chase real quick with this one. With the what happened there at the end. See, this had better not be another one of those Diane Jack illusions for us because what Chelsea did, I mean, I'm talking completely inappropriate, grabbed him, holding his head and kissing him, Billy. Now, I want to see today, does Billy pull away like, whoa, what are you doing? That's exactly how that should happen. Because, see, if Chloe could have walked in on this, what could Chelsea say? Because that's exactly what Chloe told her. You are starting to obsess over Billy. No, I am not. Are you trying to say I'm desperate? Are you trying to say, I'm like desperate and needy and leechful? Well, guess what, Miss Desperate, needy, leechful, inappropriate, completely hallucinatory Chelsea. Just because he said we have a unique relationship, that's in their professional podcasting. They bounce off of each other very well. That has nothing to do with anything personal, nothing. And I can honestly say Billy has not given her any mixed signals, any signals whatsoever, other than having fun with this podcast. As a matter of fact, remember episodes ago where she's sitting laid back eating popcorn. He's trying to clean up, he's trying to make it professional, he's trying to move it along, and she's playing. Billy, after he corrects her and gives her a half out and say, look, I hope I didn't lead you on because that was not my intention. But you know what? I don't think we could do this passing of the baton podcast. Because see, there's no way you could stop that or end that and then expect to be able to do a podcast after that. Billy needs to get up and say, you know what? I was hoping we could do it, but no, this is not going to work. If you want to do the podcast, it's yours. If you don't, let me know. But this should be an end to any kind of personal time Billy and Chelsea spend because this is not he didn't seek Chelsea out at all. I mean, the writers actually kind of threw them together. They really, really did. And this is crazy. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, are you, huh? What did I see that right? I had to rewind it and take a look at it again. But yeah, no, that's crazy. Now, what else was really good is Kevin knew exactly who had that computer stolen. And he's pounding on that door. I mean, I don't know what he really truly expected, but he knew Adam had it. He knew we got an unsavory guy in the suite who happens to now be one of the best hackers in town. How many thieves like that, car thieves that you can hire to do any kind of petty crime? How many of them can also hack to that level? See, you're going to find your hackers on that level for on higher levels, and they're not about to do breaking into cars. That was yet another sloppy jack of all trades. Oh my God. A woman is in labor in the next hotel suite. He can also deliver a baby. Next. He's a jack of all trades. Anyway, that was so interesting to me. And he just broke right through not only Kevin's computer security, But the security of the GCPD, he was also able to just hack right into that. And the GCP firewalls, security alarms, anything else couldn't tell they were being hacked into. Adam had this guy says, I'm logged in as Kevin. So, okay, maybe the GCPD itself wouldn't think they were hacked into, except Kevin reported the laptop stolen. So at the time of access, that IP address accessing the police system, oh, that's after that computer was stolen. And then what's so interesting is they're going to see exactly what was perused and looked over and read, and it has everything to do with Ashlyn Locke's death. Come on, Adam. This is sloppy, super sloppy, even for you. And I'm just not getting the end game for this. Where does he even think he could go with this whole thing? Now, one thing that was interesting, and remember, I've commented on this, Sally and Chelsea, those two, oh, when they go at it, I've always felt Chelsea's going to come out on top. Chelsea, I don't care how crazy she is, Chelsea is a con artist, manipulator. She could teach Sally Spectra a few things, because Sally, she thinks she's so calculated. She thinks she could just really get under Chelsea's skin. But then Chelsea comes back with some stuff that, even though Sally has the best poker face, yeah, it gets her going. So you notice when Sally got back to the office and Chloe's like, well, there you are, because I guess Sally missed their meeting, or, she's been waiting for her. And she's like, oh. She goes, sorry, sorry, I'm late. Okay, well, she goes, I ran into Chelsea at the park. And then Chloe's like, and instead of keeping going, let me guess, you engaged her. That woman has it out for me. She this, she that, blah, blah, blah. All she had to do was switch up the name from Chelsea to Phyllis. Remember when Phyllis was after Sally? Every chance I get, that woman is in my face. That woman, that same thing. Is them women are always after Sally, right? Sally never says anything snarky. Sally never initiates. We'll see with Chelsea, she initiates. Well, no, Chelsea initiates a lot of that, because Chelsea is loving the fact that Sally and Adam lasted that long, so she's gonna rub it in her face. But Sally has no good comebacks for Chelsea, none. Because one thing Adam did not do, Adam did not trash talk Chelsea to Sally. As a matter of fact, Adam did not tell Sally too much of his history or business where Chelsea was related, which was a good thing. And a good thing, poolside, when Chelsea and Chloe were talking and then had their disagreement, Chelsea's like, well, tell me, what has Sally done? And Chloe's like, no, I can't get into that. And then Chelsea said, yeah, because I'm going to throw it in her face every chance I get, whatever you tell me. And Chloe's like, exactly. So anyway, she changed the story. Good for you, Chloe. Don't give personal work related information, new media business. Chelsea has no business hearing what you may be happy or not happy with in the workplace at all. So good. I'm happy Chelsea has that kind of decorum. I mean, not Chelsea. Chloe has that kind of decorum. But what else happened? Do you see how Chloe blew up at Sally when she says, everything always comes back to Adam. Every day I am getting sick of it, which is true. Not a day that doesn't go by that Chloe has to build up Sally, build up her self-esteem, boost her up regarding Adam. And she's so tired of it because that's pretty much the same cycle with Chelsea that she had to do. Goodness. I mean, Chloe just may want to go home and figure out what she wants to do and start her own business by herself because whoa. And maybe it should be a counseling business because she is forever listening, building up referee. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I'm tired of it too. And then she told Sally about Kevin's laptop being stolen, and they really know Adam is behind it. So that's interesting. And let's see where that stolen laptop or information or story will go, because here's the really interesting thing. Had Kevin simply hung out in the lobby on the side and just sat there and waited for the hacker to leave, that's what I would have just sat there, inconspicuous, waited for the guy to leave. What would Kevin have seen? Exactly what I said. The hacker has his bag, his unique leather bag, all up under his arm, walking out the Grand Phoenix like, hey, this is mine, because it is his. And he's thinking that would have been Kevin's proof. Kevin could have took a picture of that. Where was the guy coming from? Boom, get a warrant, period. Go to Chance, let Chance know what happened personally, expedite that warrant, and there we have it. But Kevin left. I see, so he missed his opportunity of catching the thief. But anyway, Phyllis signs the papers on the Grand Phoenix. Bittersweet for her. I don't know why they're truly having her sell it. Everybody goes to the Grand Phoenix, so it was always a good place for us to see Phyllis pretty much on a daily basis. But yes, if she's working for Marchetti in that environment, she's going to have to truly do well and truly want to keep that, because otherwise, once she gets the boot from Marchetti, what is Phyllis going to have? Now, she does have a chunk of money, but I don't know. There was some pride in that hotel, and I kind of hated to see her sell it just for the scheme to get Diane out of town. I really do. Now, what else happens? I love the fact how Kyle related to seeing this. No, I just want to get your magnificent business advice, your take on this is what I've come up with. And I just, I just value your input, Jack. Value it. And of course he goes, look, you're going to have to fly on yourself, which I'm happy he's finally saying, why are you bringing, you're bringing more and more things to me. You have a person, and that's Mariah, to go to. And he's like, you're going to have to sink or fly and be confident in your own ideas. I can no longer, because she just, hey, like she reports to him and she goes, okay, in the future I will. But since I'm here, I want you to take a look at it. Now she's standing across, Jack's desk talking to him. I want you to take a look at it. What would a normal person, a normal employee, a normal person, a normal, I want to say executive, but Diane's not even an executive. If you have something for the boss to look at, you're standing right across his desk, wouldn't you go, here you go, boss. You just hand it over. Here you go. Can you take a look at it? As you're standing across the desk from him, keeping an appropriate amount of workspace and personal space there. Oh no, not Diane. Diane came around, opened it up, and Jack's like, puts her arm around his chair and leans in. I mean, he could get a nice good whiff of her perfume. Oh, Diane, you smell so great. That's what she wants, right? I mean, just right up into him thinking, girl, watch those boobs. Goodness, you pushing all up on Jack? And Kaya, oh, just the smiles on her face. Oh, she's just in her element. Her not knowing Kyle was watching through the window, the window going into Jack's office. And Kyle is not liking what he's seeing, not liking it at all. He's like, let me see what's going on in here. So Kyle goes inside. Soon as he comes in and Diane sees him, what does she do? Stands right on up. Oh, she stands up, kind of steps to the side a little bit, right? Stands up because she knew what she was doing was not professional and it was not appropriate. But when she saw Kyle, Kyle. And he's like, what's going on in here? And the look on his face, she could tell. And he's like, oh, I was just showing Jack my ID. He goes, Marchetti business. In other words, wait, why are you coming in here with that? And so he goes, we need to get to that thing, get to that project. I've been looking for you. Oh, okay. So then he takes her outside, and I am so happy he addressed what is going on? What are you doing with my father? And I'm happy the way he even said it to her, like, oh, heck no. For one, that's not appropriate. For two, why are you doing it? I mean, he was truly like, huh. And she kind of brushed it off and said, no, it's not what you think. And he goes, I know what I saw, and she kind of says whatever little thing she says. And then she walks away, and kind of looked and walked away. So then he goes into Jack, and he's pretty much letting Jack know what is going on here. And Jack kept more of an upper hand. He goes, look, I'm being friendly to Diane. I'm being social to Diane, but I know Diane and I am watching Diane. And I don't believe that, Jack. I just don't believe it. I'm watching her. I'm cautious. I know what she's all about and capable of. So don't mistake what you're seeing. And Jack's like, and anyway, you know what? He pretty much almost told him in a very polite way, mind your business, son. You got a wife, you got a new company you're running, because Kyle is like, I'm managing all kinds of personalities here. And Jack is kind of like, well, I'm not one of them. You're not managing me. You chose to bring Diane on board and Phyllis and, and Ann. So Jack's like, I know what I'm doing. And you don't have to worry about it, son. And Kyle's like, well, good. I'm glad you said that. And Kyle gets up and he walks away. And he's walking out down the hall, and Summer passes him, and he really didn't even realize it was her. She goes, what is going on? And then he told him what he said. He goes, I caught my mother flirting with him. And Summer was like, I feel this. I mean, the meeting I had with my mother, I'm not happy with it. I mean, I just feel something else is up. And so Kyle finally said, you know what? We're going to have to step back, and they're adults. They have been given the rules, meaning Diane and Phyllis. We cannot police them. We cannot be watching. It's hindering what we need to do here. They know the consequences if they step out of line. So let's just leave them to them. Let's focus on what we need to do with the company. And Summer's like, okay, I'm with you on that. Because she's like, this is getting exhausting, Goodness. So that's interesting. And with them not monitoring so closely, that's going to give Phyllis the opportunity to do more Phyllis. And that's going to give Diane the opportunity to do more Diane. And, because she's already pretty much making her intentions known, truly. The way she's draped across his chair, she did everything but say, "Ooh, scoot over. Let me sit in your lap. Oh, let me get over in there." I mean, Diane is whoa. And they're not even supposed to be that close of friends right now. But oh, wow. So we've got two wow moments. We got Chelsea going crazy today, and we have Diane really upping the stakes. She's really pushing the envelope. So anyway, let's go to comment corner. Comment corner. We've got one comment, and that comment is from Libby. Libby says, "Poor Adam. She gets the feeling that Robert Newman, meaning the person that played Ashlyn Locke, left the show before they really finished with the Ashlyn storyline." Could have been, because they escalated that really fast. Because I do know he had a play that he had to get to in production. Leaving Billy's storyline a little half-baked, but you know what? Scrap it. Because guess what? It's half-baked. The cake is flat now, and there's nobody's gonna want to eat it. you know. And the writers just have him drifting like a angry bee, and it's I don't like it. I don't like. There's nothing that could come of that storyline that's worth watching. Seriously, it isn't. And then it goes, in addition to Chelsea spiraling, and Libby says she thinks Victoria is as well. I'm with you, Libby. Victoria is on this manic high. This I gotta do. Everything is right. I'm happy. My life is full. That she's gonna come for this down with this huge crash. I mean, something is not right with Victoria as well. Let's see. And she feels that, with them trying to make all these other acquisitions with these other companies and these big plans, when Adam finally launches his scheme, it may put the company in financial troubles, because of the bad publicity. And then she just says she likes the way that I go off on the goofiness of the characters, whether it's Diane, Jack, or Victor, Chelsea. Look, I like having fun. I like mimicking silliness and just over exaggerating, because sometimes you need to over exaggerate to really bring that point home. Like, look at Diane right now. It needed some over exaggeration, because wow, that's bold and brazen for anybody to walk in on. I'm just happy that Phyllis she hasn't tried to get around Jack. But I think Phyllis is going to stay clear of him, because her mission, she can't have Jack sniffing around and being on her tail trying to see what she's doing. So Phyllis is playing it pretty cool so far by laying low. But like Summer said, look, you haven't even been here longer to cash a paycheck. So, we shall see. We shall definitely see. But with that being said, let's hope we have a good Friday. Although we have no cliffhangers for tomorrow, except let's see how Billy reacts. Let's see how Billy reacts to Chelsea kissing him. And what I mean by that, we better not hear, Chelsea, did you hear what I said, Chelsea? Where did you go? It better not be all up in Chelsea's head, just like it was all in Diane's head. So anyway, we shall see. I'll be back tomorrow with another daily recap of The Young and the Restless.